Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 here in Memphis, Tennessee. Of course, we're also in Brownsville, Tennessee now on 1520 AM and 95.3. And, of course, in Jackson, Tennessee now on News Talk 101.5. And both of those stations you get streamed 24/7. Of course, you can go to lroutdoors.com, my website, pick up past shows, see all the handiwork of Ron Wong with his camera. We just posted some things that Ron had sent out from doing a little crappie fishing over at Horseshoe Lake, which we're going to talk a little bit later on.
We'll talk about that later on.
Yeah,
but
it's
and the Bassmaster Classic are pictures that you don't normally see.
No, you won't see anywhere else. And but now Gene Smith is sitting in with me. And Gene, we've talked a lot, this being the first Saturday of the month, which is hard to believe, April the 7th. Gene is our hunter education guru, and we talk a lot about turkey hunting on this show because it's a passion that I have. I didn't start till I was 55, so this is my 20th year of turkey hunting. That now I've aged myself, but I can do things turkey hunting. I have a tough time vacuuming the den, but I can sure crawl on my belly turkey hunting.
Oh, it's nothing like it.
And it gets to it. But the safety factor, we've talked to Gene about the safety factor, and we're really happy to have on Outdoors with Larry Ray, a gentleman that Hunter Specialties has been a longtime friend of this show over the many, many years. I mean, I don't know. This show's been on, we're in our 18th year, and I can remember when I was the outdoor editor at the Memphis newspaper dealing with Hunter Specialties when it first got started. And now, of course, as Ron Wong knows, as Gene Smith knows, as Greg Ratliff, our show producer, knows, we're all one big happy family here.
Absolutely.
Thanks to Strike King, Hunter Specialty, Lou's, all part of that family. And thanks to Valerie Dixon for hooking this gentleman up with us right now. I haven't had a chance to meet Tad Brown, but I've known his name, seen him on videos and things along that line. He's represented Hunter Specialties for quite a long time. So let's talk a little turkey talk with Tad Brown. Good morning, Tad.
Morning, boys. How are you guys doing out there in Tennessee?
Oh, we're doing great, man. How's everything? And you still in the Ozarks? You still living in Missouri?
Yeah, yes, sir. Still in the Ozarks.
All right. Where do you live?
I live at Preston, Missouri. I'm an hour straight north of Springfield, Missouri.
That's what I thought. Of course, so
I'm kind of where the plains give away to the Ozarks. It's kind of flat right here, but I don't have to go too far in any direction. I'm in the hills.
You're about 45 minutes from Lake of the Ozarks, aren't you?
Yes, sir, or less.
Or less.
I can have a boat on Truman Lake, Palm de Terre, or Lake of the Ozarks in about 20 minutes.
Well, I need to come over
It's
there
a rough
with you.
life,
Whoa.
but somebody has to do it. And so Tad's been able to
awesome.
do that and everything. Tad, I know our season started down here. This is opened last Saturday. This is the second weekend of the season. I know Missouri. A lot of my friends turkey hunt in Missouri because it's just a great state for turkey hunting. Tell our listeners out there, from your perspective, the difference in hunting where you hunt and where we hunt. I know we're both after the same bird, the eastern, which is
right.
Which I think maybe you made it. I think it's the hardest bird to kill. Now I'm prejudiced on that and everything, but I'd like your take on that and talk a little bit about turkey hunting in the Ozarks.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree with you that the eastern. I've hunted all the subspecies in the upper 48, and I agree the eastern can probably be the most challenging. And I've hunted Tennessee some and had some pretty good luck in Tennessee. I think the main difference that I see all over the country, not just here in the Ozarks, but is the gobbling activity.
Okay.
And I attribute that to a couple of different things. I think our hen population is really good.
Yes.
And we have a lot of hens, and you know, with global warming and everything, our seasons change. And I don't know, when I was a kid, there weren't as many turkeys, so
yeah, that's right.
They gobbled a lot more to attract hens, and they had to cover a lot more ground. We're pretty saturated with turkeys now, as well as Tennessee, and so those birds don't have to gobble as much. So I know that makes a lot of the guys frustrated.
Yeah.
And a lot of them think, a lot of hunters think because those turkeys aren't gobbling that they're call shy, or they won't, if they don't answer their call, they're call shy.
Yes. But
I don't necessarily believe in call shy. I think if a turkey was call shy, he would, we wouldn't have a repopulation every year, in the way of poults. So,
yes.
But anyway, I feel like that an old turkey just doesn't have to gobble as much, and so I think it makes me, and I think other guys hunting the Eastern would be,
a little harder. Yeah.
Yeah, it's harder.
Pay a little more attention to maybe not calling so much, but to be a little more patient.
And just enjoy the outdoors. I've done that before, and I've said out here, turkey hunting is it's an instant thrill, or it can be an instant drill. Because it just takes patience. At the same time, you may be that guy that all of a sudden you sit down and they've come out of the roost right on top of your head and things along that line. But at the same time, I've also had turkeys, and you'll agree with this, Tad, that they might be there and you not even know it.
That's correct.
And all of a sudden, they show up. And I know with Hunter Specialties, I don't know how many products you guys got. 500 probably at least, and everything like that. And I was, and I'm always interested, and I know you being what you would call a product manager guy, has a chance to see some of these things before it ever happens. You guys are in the business of not only enticing the turkey, but boy, you sure entice me a lot. So
men need new gadgets.
Gadgets.
Well, and not only gadgets, like the scent away products that they have.
Oh yeah.
Well, we don't worry about that. If a turkey can smell, we never kill it.
Yeah, but a lot of other things too, and of course I want to keep my hands clean when I go fishing.
That's right.
And they got a big new cushion too that fits my little bottom pretty good too. So
I'll tell you what, that cushion is a lifesaver.
Tell them.
I had a tree stand accident the fall before, and that cushion's the only thing that saved my behind, so to speak, last spring, because I couldn't sit very long. But that old cushion saved my tail, and the older I get, the more I like that cushion.
There you go.
Well, we don't talk about age on this show, but Tad, I did want to let you know that and everything. But you guys, let's talk about products. What y'all got for 2018? Our season goes to the middle of May, so let's talk Hunter Specialty products. What do we got out there that you think I need to have in the woods if I was heading out there this morning?
Well, we've got a new box call that's a little different than what we've had in the line. It's not necessarily a different box call per se, but for Hunter Specialties. Our current box calls are all CNC'd machine out of a single billet of wood, so they're pretty much mass produced. But what we lacked was a built call. And a built call is a box call made up of components like Grandpa used to make out in the shed.
That's right. Yeah.
Some of these old timers that started making box calls back in the day. So we've added a box we call the Custom Craft.
Yes.
And it is custom crafted here in the United States with domestic woods. And then we tune them and get them out the door. But it's made of poplar and walnut. Walnut end blocks, walnut lid, walnut base, poplar sideboards. And it's kind of a back to a traditional type box call. It's got a great sound. It's high pitched, but yet it's got that, you can get low pitched if you want to with it. And with a little practice, a guy can, he can cluck and purr and cut and yelp and do about all those main calls a guy needs to make.
But, you're thinking this. I'm thinking, you said mass producer. This is really on the cutting edge for Hunter Specialties to have one come out like this. And I'm assuming you guys in the field got to test this thing, and it's not something that you're going to go in the box in one of the big box stores and buy it tonight and play it tomorrow. This it takes practice, but this is a little bit different for Hunter Specialties, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a little bit. It's part of our offer. It was a void in our offering that we chose to fill.
Yes,
and anyway, it's been well received.
Well, I think it's. I've seen it and know it, and I sound like a panhandler when I go in the woods. If I got 48 pockets in my vest, I got
full.
47 are full, and I can't find the 48th. Looking at that. So I wanted to ask you about the vest. You know, when I first started this 20 years ago, which I was relatively old, I didn't have all that I have now. So let's talk about the basics from your perspective. You've been doing this for a long time. When Tad Brown goes into the woods, what do you take?
Well, I take probably more than I should.
Don't we all?
You know what? I think everybody carries more than
You're right. You know, when I was a kid, I had a mouth call in my shirt pocket and an extra shotgun shell in my pant pocket and my shotgun, and that was it.
Yes.
Nowadays, I rely a lot on a good box call.
Okay.
And then I like to have a friction call.
Yeah.
You know, a slate or a glass call, or sometimes an aluminum. And sometimes I'll have a couple of each. And then obviously I have my my mouth diaphragm.
Yeah.
But also, like I said before, if my vest doesn't have a cushion on it, and sometimes even if it does, I'll take that Big Cheeks cushion that Hunter Specialties has.
That's it,
and
the
then
Big
I've
Cheeks.
got twice the cushion for my bottom.
Yeah.
And the more comfortable you are, the longer you can sit there and wait on that old gobbler that, as we discussed earlier, is a little more apprehensive to come running in nowadays. So being comfortable is a big part of it.
Amen.
So those are my key elements. I always have an extra pair of gloves in that vest. I've got an extra head net, which Hunter Specialties offers.
Yes, they do.
I've got, you know, because I'm always getting up and leaving and
moving.
Like get to the next place, and I'm like, well, where's my darn head net, or what'd I do with my other glove? I've always got a spare head net and a spare glove.
You're making me feel good. I left trails out there. I haven't
what?
left my gun, but
hunters are just like fishermen.
Oh, really?
You carry more than you really need.
But you need
just in case.
Yeah, you need.
Just in case. You're right, Ron.
Well, when you deal with Hunter Specialties, a company that's got over 500 products.
I have to tell you, you know, as a fisherman, I'm looking at their website.
Yeah.
And I will encourage everybody to look at the stuff because they have some wonderful stuff out there for everybody.
Yeah, go to the website, Hunter Specialties, and see all they've got. Tad, thank you, buddy, for taking time to be with us. We've got your number now. We may hook up with you again maybe after the season a little bit, but let's stay in touch, okay, buddy?
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys having us on today.
Have a great hunt. We'll talk to you. All right. Tad Brown from Hunter Specialties. All right, we're going to take a break, come back, and let's talk fishing again. Here we go again. We're going right across the river to one of my favorite places.
You know what? Fishing and turkey hunting. Love it.
Yeah, I know it. You want us in the woods.
It's a springtime thing.
It is. We'll be right back. All right.